Good morning to the Valder Beebe Show, and welcome to you too, Lindsay. Thank you for being here.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Dr. McVig, I'm going to start with you because I'd like for you to explain what a migraine headache is. I'm sure, and maybe it's different in kids, I don't know, from adults.
Thank you for asking that. Yeah, kids are not just little adults, so there are some similarities and some differences. So kids do have some similarities in that they can have light sensitivity or sound sensitivity, nausea and vomiting, and they actually have more vomiting than adults, but you don't have to have vomiting to have a migraine. Usually it's a throbbing pain, but kids can express that in many different words, especially when they're younger. But typically kids' headaches are in the front area, in the forehead, whereas adults, it's oftentimes in the sides of their head. But it's moderate to severe intensity and can prohibit them from doing, enjoyable activities or going to school and working as academic in their academic life.
I want my audience to know I'm speaking with Dr. Jennifer McVig. She's a neurologist at Dent Neurologic Institute. And she brought a friend today. She brought Lindsay. Lindsay, thank you for being here. I'd like to ask you a question about your family and your son dealing with migraines.
Thank you for that question. I'm sharing my personal story on behalf of Teva. My son started getting headaches during his elementary school years, but it wasn't until his fourth grade year where we started to see that they were coming more frequent and that they weren't just bad headaches. So at that point, our pediatrician we worked with to then get referred to Dr. McVig. At that point, we started exploring different triggers, different preventative treatment options that were available. And although along the way we found some things that helped, my son still was getting on average 6 to 10 headaches per month. Since this Adjovi preventative treatment option has become available, my son has started taking that, and he has had great results and now is only averaging about 2 headaches per month. So he's at a place now where he doesn't have to worry about when is he going to get his next headache? Is he going to have to miss school or a sporting event? We're at a time and point now with this preventative treatment option to where he can go on and just live his life and not worry about being sidelined by anything due to headache.
Thanks for sharing from your personal life, Lindsay. I appreciate that. Dr. McVig, the things that Lindsay said, her child's in school, he has a life, he has a family. Does the migraine, like it does adults, does it impact that?
Yes, I think that it's so undertreated and underrepresented in the pediatric population because people have this misconception that, they just want to avoid school or they just don't want to go to that activity or they don't like that sport. But oftentimes what you find is that kids don't know how to express their pain the same way, and you don't know what you don't know if you don't know that that's supposed to be told to someone about how they feel. So yeah, I mean, nowadays, if a kid misses 1 day of school a week, that can be completely devastating to them from an academic standpoint. Even one sporting event, you can be kicked off the varsity team or JV team, and this is a challenge for them. Even if they're not absent, maybe they're just not intellectually or emotionally present because the pain is so severe. They can sit in a class, but maybe not absorb the information because they're just struggling with their migraine.
Oh, so let me segue to Lindsay. Lindsay, I heard your family has a preventive treatment so your child doesn't miss school, doesn't miss sports. What's that about?
Yeah, so we have tried different preventative options throughout the years, but Adjovi is the first preventative treatment option that we have seen such significant positive results from. So now my son is only having about 2 headaches per month, which is such a positive change from what he has had throughout his last few years. So now he's not worrying or stressing out on if he's going to get a headache or not, or if he may need to miss something. So this treatment option for my son specifically has worked out great for him.
Thank you. Dr. McVig, this FDA approval for this obvious treatment, what does that mean to families like Lindsay's?
Yeah, so this has been on the market. Ajovy has been on the market for adult population since 2018 for adult migraine sufferers. But now, since August of this year, this is FDA approved for our pediatric patient population, which is children and adolescents aged 6 to 17 years old who are 99 pounds or more with episodic migraine, which is less than 15 headache days a month. And it is a preventative treatment, so the goal is to not get the headache, just not wait for it to happen and treat it, but rather let's not have one, right? And so the hope is that this will decrease the number of headache days these patients suffer with, and that was found in the studies. It looked very similar to the adult studies. And the nice thing is that it's only given once a month, so it's nice for kids with being compliant with taking the treatment regimen as well.
More than likely, your care provider is going to let you know because they know that you or your child suffers with migraine. But if you want to know more information online, is there a place for people to go and become more aware?
Yes, so at ajovy.com, which is AJOVY.com, patients and healthcare providers alike can go there and learn more about migraine and also learn more about Ajovy, this new FDA-approved migraine medication for pediatric episodic migraine.
I want to thank you and Jennifer for bringing this to light about migraines in children, and I'm sure those families that are suffering already know this. But thank you so much, and thank you for the information that we can learn online. Have a great day, both of you.
Thank you. You as well.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on valderbebeshow.com and youtube.com/valderbebeshow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to youtube.com/valderbebeshow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.